defensively, this one's a beauty.
Black.
All right, forget
it. Are you leaving?
No, but pretty good start for Djokovic. Give some props to Taylor Fritz, because I remember seeing him as a junior, really, 18-year-old. And he played in Memphis, made a final. There's Mike Russell, who's coach for Taylor Fritz, along with Paul Anika, but Mike Russell's the one that's always here. With Taylor Fritz, because as a youngster, I didn't think he would have the speed, the foot speed, to be able to play at this level. I knew he hit the ball great, served big, strokes were great, but I just thought he was lacking that little bit of ability to defend, and he really has improved that. The one side that can break down when it's really pressed is the forehand. If you go really big into the forehand and pressure him there, that's where he, and look, there's only a couple guys in the world that can do it with enough to cause him problems. That's Sinner, Alcaraz, obviously, and maybe this guy, Novak Djokovic.
Djokovic is going to like those rallies a lot more than Taylor Fritz, isn't he?
Well, he's going to really like them if they happen on Taylor Fritz's serve, because Fritz is going to have a big edge in the rally behind his serve.
First game.
These two men can deliver.
Fritz's first match back on ash since he played Jannik Sinner in the championship match a year ago. And he likes it out here.
Because they've changed here to 2 matches in the day, 2 at night, you're not going to put Alcaraz on court 17 or Djokovic on, you know, out in the back.
Yeah.
So Taylor Fritz, no chance to get into Ash.
Exactly.
He's on that half, and that's the half playing every other day on Ash. You'd think that's a bit of a disadvantage in some ways for Fritz. I mean, it is. I know he's played here before, but first time this year.
If you look at Taylor Fritz's stat sheets coming in, they're good across the board, whether the rally length is 0 to 4 or 5 to 8 or more than 9. All of those numbers are favorable. But what Mike Russell says is ideal. He wants 0-4. Serve, first ball, neutralize Novak's first serve. Push him back, dictate. None of these long rallies. Fritz's game that he has worked so hard on, making good use of the short court, the short ball, doing something aggressive with it. I mean, Novak himself said, Jimmy, how much better his footwork is, his foot speed is in recent time.
That is the best improvement that he's had, is really that he's able to defend and play some of these long rallies and stay even in the point. And maybe that is the next stage. You just saw a beautiful hard hit flick from the midcourt.
30-40.
But the next thing, I know he hasn't worked on it, I don't think, or he has, but he doesn't use it in a match, is he does have decent hands, Fritz, when he gets to the net. But there's a force field right around the service line that he refuses to go in front of. So he hits some great half volleys and lunges, but it just doesn't yet close, and that's maybe the next step. Fritz able to save a break point, but this isn't the kind of game you want to be playing right out of the gate. This is not what Mike Russell was talking about so far. It doesn't help that he's not making first serves.
And Novak just seems dialed into the service directions of Taylor Fritz here. He's picking out every single direction correctly right now. I had an interesting conversation with Ryan Harrison, who's been hitting with Djokovic, warming him up a couple of matches. He's talking about playing the big three, and he said that for him, and I feel as though Ryan has similarities to Taylor's game. He said for him it wasn't even close how much harder it was to play Djokovic, because Nadal would play so far back and he'd give you some opportunities with some short balls. Federer's backhand with a nice kick serve, you could get some mileage out of that. So when you play Djokovic, you serve your best serve in the corner and it comes right back at your feet, and there's never a moment to breathe.
And there is the break.
So players like Taylor Fritz, who rely on a lot of free things with their serve.
Yeah.
Serve, everything revolves around you're dominating your serve. Djokovic really squashes the chances of those kind of guys most of the time.
Just do me a favor, Andre, on the next changeover, Taylor is wearing that boss headband, but it's upside down, and I don't think it's helping his cause. Can you just, on the changeover, just flip it over for him?
I got you guys.
I actually like that. You're right. He was playing much better when boss was right side up.
Djokovic, at least early stages, looked exactly like the Novak Djokovic that's won all these titles. He's right on top of everything. Taylor's overhitting a bit. I know that he's playing Novak Djokovic, and in his head he's maybe thinking, I've got to go for more. Not sure that's the case. He's missing by fairly large margins at times.
This is exactly what Taylor Fritz did not want this start to look like.
Again.
Lucky for us, Andrea Petkovic, who's German, has Serbian blood coursing through her veins, and she could translate an awful lot of what's going to be said tonight.
Cruising along, playing spectacularly well. Missed first backhand, double fault. Another off-balance backhand. That's when you see when Djokovic isn't playing his best. It's when his upper body starts flopping around. That was the first flop of the day. Again.
From 40 up.
3 straight backhands. Inexplicably, really.
And his box is motioning to him to loosen up in the upper body. It feels like he's a bit stiff on the upper body strength, at least from what the box is gesturing towards him right now.
Yes.
got to make that return if you're Taylor Fritz. Sorry, it was 112 miles an hour, and he guessed right. And your opponent's just giving you 3 straight backhand airs at least. Let's see if he'll give you 4. Decided to test it. He went there over and over and over again, and Djokovic got maybe a little bit fortunate as that last backhand that he hit just caught a piece of the line.
Saves the break point. 3-love. Opening set. Talking about the tumult going on in Serbia. When that happened late last year, killing people. People protested. They're still protesting about fraud, corruption, the poor construction standards that allowed that to happen. Novak has said one of the reasons that he continues to play is not just because he wants to get a 25th major. He has said tennis is still my biggest megaphone in the world. And he is one of the most famous and popular Serbs in the 21st century.
I have some Serbian friends. They all tell me if Djokovic wants to be president, he would win in a landslide.
He's not interested in politics right yet.
No, he still likes the megaphone of tennis, and why not the way he's playing.
Okay. Let for service.
There is quite a difference, isn't there, in the first serve points won for Taylor Fritz. When he's gotten first serves in, he's 6 of 7. When he doesn't, he's won 1 point, 1 of 7. It just tells you he's not winning the rally from even terms. But his first serve is big enough to win points.
Djokovic leads 3 games to 1 first set.
USOpen.org can explain to you everything that has happened on this day across all those social media outlets. Carlos Alcaraz, the second seed, through in 3 straight.
We're going to have a rematch of the last year's women's final in the semis.
Sabalenka again getting that walkover. You can read about it at USOpen.org against Marketa Vondrousova. She now plays the American Pegula, the 4th seed in the semis. Watching from home in LA, that's what they want Fritz to do. Use his big forehand early and use his down the line backhand, which is really improved.
Yeah, he treated that 82-mile-an-hour roller in the middle of the box harshly. Djokovic loves that second serve. Whenever it feels as though it's an important moment in the ad court, he'll bust a near first serve pace second serve down the tee. Fritz was ready for it, it looked. Just almost overran it.
Left, first service. That's it.
Nice clean.
Feels like another strategy, doesn't it, for Novak Djokovic? That entire point, he was coaxing Fritz. Come on in, giving you the short, low one. Let's see if you can do something up at the net, and that occasion, Fritz wasn't able to. Talked about how Fritz has a big serve, it crushes the ground strokes, pretty good return of serve as well for someone that serves as well. The other thing that Taylor Fritz has is he competes really, really well. To win, he'll go ahead and win. But he might not have an opportunity if Djokovic is able to hit backhands like that.
Yeah, that's from out of the files. Right out of the files.
even that wasn't great for Taylor Fritz because he hit an absolutely perfect serve.
30 all.
And Djokovic has the ability to stretch further than it looks. He just keeps going and finds a way to put the racket on the ball, and it goes into the court, and then a sitter forehand, and he still had to hit one extra shot. Two or three times now.
It's testing him, isn't he?
And Fritz, for the most part, has passed the test. He's hit at least 2 winners, I think 3 now that I can remember. One was a drop shot back reply, and then twice that he's hit it. That was the Federer to Andy Roddick play.
That's got to feel very good for Taylor Fritz, and he's getting the crowd, trying to get the crowd really going, pulling for him. Not that that's going to bug Djokovic any, but he needs it, doesn't he?
Now, this is also frustrating because it was a very good return, but immediately on a string. And Fritz did about as well as he could on both of those 2 shots. In the end, it made still for a comfortable volley from Djokovic. That's the shot to me for Fritz. If you go power and depth into his forehand, he doesn't have that great of an answer from there. It's just hard to get him in that position most of the time because he does hit the ball so big and he does return really well.
Love.
From the 38-year-old master.
Djokovic leads 5 games to 2, first set.
Keep it going, which is exactly probably what he would want to hear and like to hear. You know, the most interesting stat to me so far is what Andreas said right in the first game, that Novak Djokovic seems to know where Taylor Fritz is serving. He has 0 aces so far. Throughout the tournament, he had 11 in the first round, 17 in round 2, 20 in round 3.
he aces you. He gets free points. He doesn't against Djokovic, and that takes its toll on a big server.
And Jimmy, it feels almost as if Novak also has that sixth sense for in the rallies. The last two games, Taylor Fritz really found his rhythm, and right away Novak threw in the drop shots, threw in the short slices, appeared at the net.
I guess that, you're right, Andre. One of the things for Taylor Fritz is his game is pretty one-dimensional. It's just, it's a power game. I am going to reach back and crush the ball. And it's very tough to come up with plan B for him.
This miss gives Novak a set point. Oh, that's a good hold.
That was the A game executed beautifully in the last couple of points from Fritz. Big first serves and then crushing the first ground stroke. Saves the set point, so can that add a little extra pressure to this game for Novak Djokovic?
Well, and Novak was just looking into his box, looking for some tips on his backhand. That's the only shot that looked a bit shaky at times. And you could see Boris motioning to him, let the left arm go through the shot, follow through until the end.
That had looked pretty reliable till this game.
Peace.
to the net.
You cannot, if you're Taylor Fritz,
15,
miss that ball, and he knows it. Andrea, what was that? That was an instruction.
It was, but unfortunately somebody next to me was talking. They will never talk again.
If Taylor Fritz can win one of these next 2 points.
Thank you. Players are ready. Please.
Another second serve. Third in a row.
Another big second serve from Djokovic. He's done that twice in this game now, and that time he was dialed in on the backhand down the line.
One more chance to get this back on serve.
Throughout that rally, if you remember 23 shots ago, Djokovic was in trouble early in that rally. He was way back by the fence, but he slowly was able to work his way back. He's getting some love, but I don't think it's necessarily for him. They're just enjoying that point.
Oh, of course, you have got to admire this guy. He's putting on a show.
Taylor Fritz. Now Taylor wants it back.
Advantage. Fritz.
Is he going to get another second serve? He's had a look at a fistful of them this game.
Please.
Fritz nearly came up with that still. That dropped up right off the line.
What a serve, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, he was kind of due. I almost said he can't. Surely he won't get another second. But then not just the serve, that ball
This thing.
just inside the line. Fritz caught the tape. He almost could have gone around the net post when you looked at that angle. Fritz hanging with him now in some of these points.
16-shot rally. And this gives Taylor Fritz another chance to break.
Making all this noise actually helps Djokovic because the shot clock has stopped. And if the two, you would gotta believe he's the one that's a little more winded.
Yourself down there?
I am enjoying myself, but I have my eyes firmly on the players' box of Novak Djokovic right now because they are communicating in gestures and technical things about the backhand in the middle of this incredibly tight game. It's fascinating to watch.
He just hit two remarkable backhands. The first one was a flat, hard angle, and then the beauty changed direction down the line.
Taylor's dad, his mom, Kathy, is also here. It's a full box. How long this game has gone already. Still not decided.
Please.
What a second serve. Are you kidding?
It is amazing, but that's the one he goes for all the time at big moments, and it just seems to make it almost every time.
Wow.
does that really well.
He sure does.
He
No,
does it often, and
he does it under pressure.
he does.
Advantage.
That
Djokovic.
is so gutsy.
This volley, I thought he'd floated it a little too deep, but it turned out to be perfect because it allowed him to settle, close the net, and that
Set point.
cheers to these actors as well.
Second chance to close out this thing. Everybody's got to give it up for that. A tremendous effort, a compelling game. Won by Novak Djokovic. This is so easily the best match we've had. You cannot imagine how ambitious he is.
Now, Taylor Fritz won't be discouraged, you're right, but if he gets the note that I just got from Greg Sharko,
Yeah.
Novak is 78-1.
So that.
When he wins the first set at the U.S. Open. He did lose a final here to Stan Wawrinka after winning the first set in 2016. So I guess I'm saying there's a chance.
Okay.
Series of unfortunate shots there, really, from Djokovic. Didn't do as well with the last two as he could have.
Fritz. First game.
Thing and one thing only, and he's the man that I know personally that's the best at focusing on one single thing, and I think that helps him.
And what if he has one thing for every shot? Does the computer malfunction?
I think just compartmentalizing helps.
Oh. 30 love.
Andrea, in the years when Goran Ivanisevic was part of Novak's team,
second set,
he said it was not an easy seat for all the things you just mentioned. Goran said this about Novak: With Novak, it's like this. You only have a few seconds to explain something to him. He then wants to know 15 things at once, but you only have 3 seconds to do it. He said, he finishes Goran by saying, you have to try to summarize things in some clever way. He's demanding of his box, isn't he?
Very demanding. And Boris Becker, who also coached Novak, told me that you also have to be able to do that at 3 a.m. when Novak decides to call you.
Exactly.
Love.
Really, Fritz has settled in after he dropped his first service game, where he didn't make many first serves. Since then, he's had the easier time holding of the two. And he's missing first serves in this set, but winning second serve points. He was 1 of 11. In this set, he's won all 4. Here's another.
2 love games to start set 2 for the Californian.
Fritz leads 2 games to 1, second set. First set, Djokovic.
You look at their head-to-head, and it's, as we mentioned, it's 10-0 for Djokovic. And the difficult thing is the set score is also one-sided. There haven't been that many sets won by Taylor Fritz. He did have a 5-setter in the Australian Open in 21, where 2 sets to love for Djokovic, and Fritz won 3 and 4. And outside of that, just one other set. He can get a set off Novak in Australia, but nowhere else.
But isn't Australia, hasn't he won 10 of those?
I mean, yes, he does. Novak does play well in Australia, but it is the only place where Taylor gets sets so far.
Going after
Love 30.
Djokovic right away now on his serve. Boy, he's had looks, hasn't he?
Yeah, and it looks like Taylor Fritz has just upped his pace and his ground strokes a little bit in the last 5 minutes or so. So he's feeling really good now out here.
15-13.
Yeah, he was due for a serve to the backhand. He's been serving quite a bit, Djokovic, into the forehand of Fritz. It's paid dividends on a lot of the big points. Fritz has started leaning there quite a bit. Fritz saying I should have hit a forehand there. I should have run around and hit a forehand off the second serve. The problem is Djokovic has gone down the tee on so many second serves in that ad court that it's hard to get yourself to run around.
Seventh chance for Fritz to break.
I get why you're leaning to the tee if you're Fritz. He's gone there so often on the big points. First point of this game, Fritz was all over the wide serve into his forehand, and something clicked in Djokovic. He said, all right, the rest of this game, he's now leaning. He knows I'm going forehand. He's now gone exclusively to the backhand in this game. Serve tee again. Fritz barely able to get there, but then guessed right.
Yep.
And there was a little space. He found it.
So Taylor Fritz has yet to strike an ace, and that's Djokovic's sixth. 3 already in this set. Fritz wants to break.
I mean, he can get himself to break point. We've seen that 7 times. He's forcing a lot of long, drawn-out service games for Novak Djokovic. Just hasn't figured out how to get through that final point. shot right down at your feet and make you hit a tough volley. Didn't mind that shot when Djokovic hit it, but that was a tough spot to be in. He can get to break point. Fritz, can he convert one? Not yet. And by the way, it hasn't just been big serves. He's won second serve points on some of those break points. Like Russell does show only positivity for the most part. This was ridiculous again. Fritz is starting to really crush the ball. And in this point, on the 21st shot, I thought, if anything, Djokovic could be in trouble. And instead, he comes up with that.
And how did he strike that pose, Jimmy?
Yeah,
he just held it there.
Look at me.
Oh.
I am the GOAT.
Point, please.
Now, can Fritz, I mean, he almost needs some serve warm-up because he's serving once every 10 or 15 minutes as Djokovic's service games take so long. I'm a little worried about this game for Taylor Fritz because it's been very easy for him for the last few service games. And he's had all those chances and hasn't converted. That's mentally not easy. So this is an important couple of points for him. Well done. Fritz drop shot has always freaked me out a little bit because he's got so much movement, flinches when he hits a drop shot, but normally the ball goes in a nice spot.
Careful what you say there, Jimmy.
That's the one he's been working so hard on. Really stays in his tuck.
So impressed with this game to this point. He lost a point on serve in set 2 and then lost the first point of this game after another long out, drawn out Djokovic service game, and I was thinking he's going to struggle to hold. He did not struggle.
First ace of the match for Taylor Fritz.
Fritz leads 3-2, second set. First set, Djokovic.
Andrea, we have been talking about Taylor Fritz's fitness level and that he doesn't lose matches because he's tired. Do you have any sense that Novak is feeling anything but very good right now?
Yeah, absolutely. The only time after the first set he was touching that rib, or you know, the thing that he's been doing with the shoulders back, touching his lower ribs, he did that gesture one single time, and that was after he won the first set. Other than that, he's looked very, very good, in top shape. And it is interesting though, just from a competitor's standpoint, Taylor keeps looking over to Novak and trying to, just as if he's scanning him, right? His body language and what he's giving off or not. Whereas Novak hasn't glanced over to Taylor even once. He's just firmly within him.
Love 15.
See what I mean? You're watching him, you think, oh, he's got a migraine right now.
Andrea, when Novak's coaching team is telling him to use his upper body on his serve, do they mean to use every bit of his rubbery extension?
I think so, yeah, I think so. They keep motioning to put his shoulders back and the left arm up, and I interpret it as keeping the left arm up for a long period of time. The trophy position, we called the first match, Mary, when they kept yelling at him, trophy position, yes. Trophy position. So I think they have just reverted to gesturing the same thing rather than yell it out.
Let first service.
I mean, he has served pretty well in this set. I know he's struggling to hold, but he's first serve percentage is 78%. It's bailed him out of some trouble. There is no question that Novak Djokovic is having to work a lot harder on his serve than Taylor Fritz, but Taylor Fritz has got to take advantage of all these opportunities and all these tough games at some point. Stuff from Fritz, and he's backing Djokovic up in a lot of these rallies. So Djokovic is getting pushed, and that opened up the angle. And we know that Taylor Fritz can get to break point. But he's 0 of 8. He's got to convert one of these, and he's pumped up right now. Fritz is doing a better job than I would at this point. If I'm 0 for 9 on break chances, I start yelling about it at some point. He's doing a pretty good job just putting his head down and going right back to work.
No question. And I like when he does something right and he just looks at his team and gives a little racket shake. If he has a hard time falling asleep tonight, Taylor Fritz, because he's lost this match, it's these 0-4s in all these break chances.
Without question.
Yeah, that could be his nightmare.
I said that you think back in most of those saves at break points, it's just Djokovic playing really great tennis. I mean, Fritz has made a lot of returns. He's forced them to play, and normally you get at least one error.
Second ace for Fritz.
I'll tell you, if Fritz can just keep holding serve in a minute and a half, and then Djokovic goes back and is slogging through these tough games, at some point, mentally, doesn't that have to get to Djokovic? Fritz had lost 1 point on his serve in this set until this game. A little bit of a deficit and a little bit of pressure. Djokovic went in lockdown mode in that point. Right before the second serve, he backed way up, and he never looked to get himself back in an offensive position. He said, let me see if you can hit through me. I'm not going to miss. I'm very far behind the baseline, and the answer was Fritz couldn't at that moment.
Djokovic 1 for 4 break points.
Just another interesting number that you don't see often. So one player has 23 winners and 18 unforced errors. Another player has 16 winners and 20 unforced errors. So fewer winners, more unforced errors. That's the guy that's winning 6-3, 4-3 serving. The guy with more unforced errors and fewer winners. It's just that Djokovic is winning the important points so far.
He's getting frustrated now, the American.
14-15.
Not necessarily discouraged, but frustrated.
And another stat that's nice for Taylor Fritz is 4 times in his career he's come back from 2 sets to love. He's the guy that does keep fighting until the end. So this has been a frustrating hour and a half for him. He's had all those chances, hasn't been able to convert any of them. But he still keeps fighting.
Game, Djokovic.
Ace number 7 for the 38-year-old.
Djokovic leads 5-3. Second set.
Playing against the 27-year-old American, and obviously, you know, this is the home
Sit quickly,
major.
please, behind the players. Thank you.
These are clearly Taylor fans. But still, this Ashe
Both
Stadium
players are ready,
cannot
thank
help
you.
but cheer for what Novak Djokovic has thrown down on Ashe tonight.
Those Fritz fans have to realize that his headband is upside down. There's his right side up. I gotta...
15-11.
That's just his first double fault against 1 ace. Quiet numbers for this server.
Second serve right in the corner, and Djokovic was waiting on it. His read of the Fritz serve, his instincts are amazing. Got him.
14-13.
Has got to be a grounding hold for Taylor Fritz.
Djokovic leads 5 games
But
to 4.
Djokovic will.
Fantastic way to start the game when your opponent always feels a little extra pressure trying to serve out a set. serves me right, when Djokovic was serving for the first set, he was down 15-40 in that game. And also in that game at love 30, Fritz made a rally ball error.
He's
got that same position now. At least try not to make a rally ball if you get in the point.
Surely here. Surely.
And 12 break points to go if he needs them all, but hopefully for him he doesn't.
love 40.
Wobbly game to this point from Djokovic. And Taylor Fritz brought Djokovic in that time, and Djokovic went
Players
just
are
for
ready.
a
Thank you.
very conventional chip and charge.
Thank you.
This point feels massive to me, because if it gets to 30-40 and it's now 0 for 11, I mean, that's got to be seeping into your mind if you're Fritz. This point, so big.
Listen to the crowd. A lot of people on their feet. He's done it. It took 11 tries.
What's funny is he did not read the drop shot. Had it gone over, he would have been in all kinds of trouble, because he got such a late jump. In the end, it doesn't matter. He's gotten the break. I'm surprised he didn't react a little bit more. I would have been
Please, ladies and gentlemen,
bringing in the love.
players are ready. Thank you.
From that 20,000 plus.
Only his second double.
Gets the break, a serve, throws in a double, off balance forehand. That's just a regulation return.
Let single service.
level. A quick break.
Djokovic.
And once again, Novak Djokovic will serve.
Hard to believe after the message that Fritz has just given Djokovic that Djokovic will struggle as much to hold serve in this game. We will see. Because he sent the message, I'm not ready to win. Djokovic saying, oh, come on, Taylor, you're still in with a chance. Errors for him. It's been a strange end to set two.
Yeah, loss of focus from both, maybe, huh? And a chance for a two-set lead. What a compulsively watchable second set this has been. Let's see if it ends right here.
Please. Djokovic. Seven games to 5.
24 majors.
Djokovic
He's
leads
given the
2
business
sets
to
them.
some fans, I'm guessing. We'll ask Andrea about that. A set from the semis.
Better. But he's played. There hasn't been that much difference between the two from the back of the court and in the rallies, really. It's just that Fritz isn't winning the important points.
The good news is he's now put his headband on correctly.
That is good news.
Because that got very distracting for me. Oh, come on. Djokovic with the circus shot.
And maybe that was all he needed, Fritz, was the headband back on. And also, this was the half volley that wasn't bad, but Djokovic goes, instead of hitting a forehand, I can beat you with the tweener. Didn't work. Although it wasn't bad. That lob would have gotten over my head.
He's saying Carlos Alcaraz isn't the only guy who puts it in.
Into this match, a long way back for Fritz. He's still needs the exact number of sets won as he did at 8 o'clock. Hopefully for his sake he doesn't think like I do, because that's a negative thought to be putting in your head. Fritz yelling at himself for missing that forehand, and then you look over at Djokovic and he's making sure his grips are in the right place. I mean, what pro doesn't know where his grip is at this point?
Advantage, Fritz.
Oh, that's just remarkable.
I always love that angle when you're watching. It gives you just a little better sense of what type of ball is coming. The pace. That one was. Djokovic up 2 sets to love, unhappy with how solidly that he's hitting the ball. And he was about to go to his chair thinking there was no way he's winning this point. The ball just missed by an inch. And this is becoming a dangerous game for Fritz. He's played a strange game to start. Unforced errors for Fritz piling up.
He doesn't want to break himself the second time in a row, does it?
Advantage, Fritz.
This was the quickest I think I've ever seen Taylor Fritz close at the net. Normally the force field hits him at the service line, but that time he ran right through it, and it made for a much better volley.
First game, third set.
And Jimmy, I have a question for.
But yes, he doesn't have the ability to make you play badly.
Well,
You need to
tell me
change.
more about that, Jimmy.
You need to change. If you're playing someone that's playing very well and they're liking your ball, you have to be able to give them different heights, different spins, and just search for something to get them out of their rhythm. And Fritz is more of the, I'm going to hit it as hard as I can, and if that's not working, I'm going to even swing harder. But it's this similar ball over and over.
Number 3.
You know who had a similar game to what we're describing with Fritz a couple of years ago was Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner was all power, straight ahead.
Yes, very linear.
Yeah. And then he learned in the last couple of years how to open the court a little bit more. He can come in and feel good volleying. He did get a little bit better serve. That was the difference between just a very good player and a player that's winning majors.
That's a good call. And you know what's interesting about that? Darren Cahill speaks about
40-30.
that Novak has been so generous. Talking about, Darren has said, a couple of years ago, Darren said to Djokovic, what do you think about Jannik's game? You know, how do you think it's going? And Djokovic went into a whole thing. I mean,
he immediately regrets that decision. Because he has lost to him a couple of times now in the majors.
That's the hardest player for Novak Djokovic to beat.
Yes.
So far back retrieving these balls,
huh? He was going to give up on that one until the top of the tape slowed it down enough to give him another lunge.
Thank you.
His serve must be a bit annoying to return against because he bounces the ball an awful lot, and it's not the same number every time. And then when he goes into the motion, he's into it in a split second. So you get mesmerized by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So is very engaged with the crowd. He's blowing some of them kisses. He's telling other ones to quiet down.
Third set.
I was calling a Novak match a couple of days ago with Jim Courier, and we keep watching Novak serving his way out of trouble. Jim was going through Djokovic's serving numbers. He's like one of the best servers of all time. It's like people don't recognize how good it is, especially because it had been a liability for a while there when he was trying to figure out just how he wanted to design and produce that stroke.
Yeah, it's accurate, but I think part
So
of those
accurate.
numbers are also that he does back it up
Well, of course.
well.
And that's such an interesting point you're making, Mary. And now he's asking about his return positioning, where to stand. Because I talked to a few players asking, how does it feel playing Novak Djokovic? And all of them have said one thing, and that was sneaky good serve.
Yeah.
That's the first thing they answer.
Because the radar gun doesn't love it. It's not huge. His fastest serve today, 122. But he does get an awful lot of free points with it. Just the fourth ace of this match for Taylor Fritz. Could turn into something.
Especially Taylor.
Taylor definitely thinks he's got a chance. Djokovic has just thrown just enough antics in. As far as antics, I mean sometimes losing balance and doing some of the things that he does when he's lost some confidence. It keeps hope alive.
50 left.
Okay, now we got neck issues.
He was doing this in the last round as well.
Serve and volley against Fritz is the best play. It is against a lot of players that are very far behind the baseline to return serve, but Fritz isn't that far back, and he does hit the return, so we're going to end up hitting quite a few volleys from uncomfortable places as first volleys if you trying to make a living serving and volleying against Taylor Fritz. For whatever reason, this game, Djokovic was about to go 3 for 3 serve and volley. Don't think he'll do it on second serve.
Please. 14-30. Thank you. Both players are ready. Thank you.
Similar pattern to what we've seen in the entire match. Just long, tough service games for Djokovic. For the most part, he holds serve in the end of them. It's been broken once. For whatever reason, the shot clock almost always gets turned off.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, stay quiet when both players are ready to start the point. Thank you. Thank you.
He's got to step out of the box here. This is when the drunks come in.
Yeah.
More often than not this late at night.
And they want more.
They want. I get it.
They want to go to.
But they want more beer too.
They do.
Oh man.
They did get it.
Yeah. And he won't be happy with that.
Fritz.
There's a point where you almost need to play through it, I feel like.
What are you going to do? Thank you, please. I just made Can you explain a little bit more? I just made when both players are ready. Stop shouting. What did you say? Okay, I just said it. So now if you play, I'm going to say something. It's not going to help Novak.
He wants more from the chair, doesn't he? I don't blame him. See how Fritz uses this.
Please.
Now they're cheering.
The crowd is really getting involved.
Oh boy.
In a negative way for Djokovic.
Fritz. Not now, please, sir. Thank you.
the break.
New balls, please.
I mean, first of all, there was a backhand down the line that Djokovic did, and that point it was ridiculously good, and I thought it was going to be good enough to get him out of another break point, but
Fritz
the
needs
drop
3
shot
games
wasn't
to
quite
1.
good enough.
Third set.
Fritz made him pay. Now the question is, can Fritz serve a good game here? Last time he broke serve, it was a meltdown. That's the backhand that was just unbelievable. But then this maybe slightly ill-advised. Fritz was there quickly.
He's going to, let's see what he's going to do.
The other thing for Djokovic, I got to say,
He's changing rackets. And is that a booable offense?
no, that's not a booable offense. But what I was going to say is,
He's so tired of this moment.
if you're wanting to get involved as a person in the crowd, and your guy is bouncing the ball 50 times, you almost feel the need to
Players
go
are ready.
back and yell at him. He's got to bounce it 2 or 3 and get the point going.
You're blaming the fan reaction on Novak?
I'm not blaming it. I'm just saying you wouldn't be able to do that to Fritz. Fritz did 1 bounce serve. So ready, let's see you get mad at Fritz. No, whoops, he's already serving. No time.
13 left.
Most players, you do want to come in on their backhand. I'm not sure you want to against Taylor Fritz. You see, that was 23,000 drunk people.
They're not all.
They're not all drunk, I understand, but there's going to be noise.
It's quite an assumption.
That serve and volley in the deuce court does work a bit better because he's got a lot of space to hit if he goes wide with his serve to hit that first volley.
14-15.
Speed up his server's pace that game. He's been down to 2 seconds on the shot clock almost every point. That one he was getting it in at about 10, 11 seconds.
To 2. Third set.
4 of Fritz's 6 aces have come in this set.
It's only his 4th service game, just the start of his 4th.
Another.
Yeah, he's getting the 3 points that he wasn't getting in set 1 and 2.
That break and potentially the set.
One thing that it seems to me that Djokovic is doing since falling behind 4-1 is he is making his service game short. He's serving and volleying, taking serve at first ball and coming in. He's not wanting to grind out his service game in this set. Standing toe-to-toe and taking just a full rip, and the ball was going back and forth so quickly. Again, I think Djokovic, he's happy to hold serve, but he's not going to put in the effort to go through 28-shot rallies where he's scrambling and defending.
Third double fault of this set.
Fritz leads 5 games to 3. 4 sets.
This was a ridiculously good drop shot, but again, I think it's because he's not that nervous at this point. But from behind the baseline with no angle to work with, backing up, and he drops it over just perfectly. All right, here we go. There have been very few sets that Taylor Fritz has won against Novak Djokovic. In their 10 matches, he's won 3.
This is only one break.
That's why I said this we'll see right now. Little surprised on that mistake from Djokovic, and you can see him shaking his head. He's disgusted with it.
Right here.
behind Taylor Fritz right up. Maybe just from match point. It's set points for him now. This match is still going.
6 games to 1.
It's still going.
Djokovic leads 2 sets to 1.
Pass.
Left.
That Djokovic will sometimes go to defiant with the crowds. Does he play well when he's defiant? Is that a good state for him to be in?
It seems to have worked well for him in his career. I mean, defiance is one of his best things, in my opinion, as a fighter.
Serve seems to be faltering a little here in the last set and a half. I know he's been, as Andre said, messing with shoulder and neck. First serve percentage seems to be dropping. He's hitting more double faults.
Slightly unlike Fritz to take a ball like that and try to rip it and come in.
After another grueling hard hit rally, this was not the kind of shot I've seen from him often. Have a letdown on the first serve percentage in this game. If he keeps serving big, he'll probably find a way to hold.
Can I go back to Taylor's coach, Michael Russell, what he told us earlier today? It's important for Taylor to serve really well. When I say really well, he has to hit his spots. Something like that.
Which he has been doing something.
40-11. Game, Fritz. One game on, full set.
Nice solid 1 minute game for Fritz. Came to the line and cracked some serves.
And I don't know if you can see it up there. From here, it looks like Novak is, I don't want to even say a step slower, maybe not even half a step, but maybe a third step slower than he was at the very beginning of the match. And that's just a little bit concerning if you're in the camp of Novak Djokovic.
Are you noticing it in, obviously, the return of serve? He's not reacting as quickly. Are you noticing it within the rallies as well?
So I noticed it actually in the previous game, not on the left to right on the lateral movement, but he had a couple of shorter balls from Fritz, and he didn't recognize them and let them drop, and sort of had to restart the rally again rather than taking it on the rise and moving forward, what Novak knows how to do so well. That's where I'm seeing it, and on the return of serve.
Yeah, it's a good call, Andrea. Really good call.
I thought I heard Fritz say, I was sitting on it, and frustrated because he was waiting on that forehand return second serve.
Points.
It's interesting. Djokovic, he can't celebrate or snarl because it would incite the crowd. Stops the ball. Switches sides.
Djokovic leads 2-1.
Is this a combination of Djokovic not quite reading it, or that the serve has gotten so much bigger in the last couple of sets?
It is a little of both.
Yeah.
The serve is more accurate as well.
I I mean, he's pumping him into the 130s now.
And hitting the corner. That's a nice combination. Shots that surprise me with Fritz. You think of Fritz as just this guy who can bang the ball, but he does have some skills. He doesn't bring them out much. But take a look at this shot. He's in trouble here, but that finds a perfect place.
You might remember last year's US Open final when he had to play those short shots, those angled shots off of Sinner. He just could not. He couldn't read it. He couldn't get to it. Dog, real-time stats, all kinds of highlights, live scoring, interviews, videos. Worth a look.
Thank you.
Much easier time in set 3 for Djokovic holding serve so far. He had struggled through the first 3 sets. Long, drawn out, tough games. This set he's only lost 2 points on serve. Suddenly goes on a error spree. So can Fritz take advantage of this one?
Third one, and we're on serve now. And Fritz is acting like he wants to play a lot more tennis tonight. Just past the 3-hour mark. And now we're past the 11 p.m. mark too.
Slowly built in this match. First of all, his serve has gotten better and better as we keep going on. His forehand in set 1, he was averaging 77 miles an hour. Set 2, 79. Set 3, 81. He just keeps building. And you get the sense Djokovic is heading in the other direction. So I don't know how long that build and the defiance will last for Djokovic.
Interesting is, remember, Michael Russell, Taylor Fritz's coach, said he wanted Taylor to play points that lasted only from 0 to 4 shots. Now it's Djokovic who needs to avoid those entanglements.
I agree. If I'm Michael Russell here, I'm yelling, don't worry about long rallies, it's good for you. Everyone get the sense that although Djokovic can play possum with the best of them, to me. I know he's 38 years old, and I've seen him look tired, but never quite capitulate in the last 10 years.
I think, Andrea, you're right, that Djokovic just isn't on the ball as quickly in these last 2 sets.
Yeah, and it's 1/3 of a step.
Is it really 1/3 of 1 step?
Yeah, I wouldn't even go as far as say half a step, but it's a little bit less.
That last one looked half a step, actually. So maybe that.
And I think, Jimmy, you on the previous Novak Djokovic game, there was an instance where he tried to come to the net, and he was just not as quick up to close it as he was in the first set and a half or so. And so the ball dropped on him, and he had to lift it. And I've just been seeing it more and more. He can still overcome it. You still see rallies where he's moving incredibly, but every now and then it's sneaking into his game, unfortunately.
Peace.
Novak Djokovic has made the semis of all 3 majors. this year. And if he can pull this off, he'd get himself into the semis with a couple of days off. So these next few games are absolutely key for him.
14 left.
You get the sense he does need those couple of days off if he does get through this. 3 hours and 6 minutes, still going strong. This is a physical match. They've had a lot of long, tough rallies. And Taylor Fritz does hit the ball fast, so a 20-shot rally when you're sprinting is not easy.
Oh. 14, 15.
Total points won in this match, 118 for Fritz, 117 for Djokovic. It's Djokovic a couple games away from having a win if he can secure a break. Conserving energy and still holding serve with some serve and volley, some quick points. He should have enough energy here to, if he's going to stop getting ace, this is the time to become Gumby and reach everything and put the ball in. See if the score will get to his opponent a little bit, because this is crunch time. Because that was the lockdown mode that Djokovic goes into, and Fritz hit through it for the most part. Just missed the finishing blow. This was Djokovic looking like he's not going to miss. But that ball set up something that should have ended it. It ended it, but in a bad way for Fritz. Second serve. Unlike Fritz, he doesn't believe in the body serve. He just used it. He had 2 after the first 2 sets. 9 since. Again, he was in lockdown mode, Djokovic. You could see it pretty far behind the baseline, but he was going to make balls. And then he got one that he should have done something with and made an unforced error.
Two misses that were on his racket in this game.
Yeah, that one I thought looked almost in. I mean, we're very far away, but when he hit it, I thought he made it. Just missed. Still has a game point.
And in a race, that's 12. 127 out wide. Gets him to hold.
4 games on. 4th set.
And Jimmy, you were spot on. Novak put a bit more energy into this game, really tried to break, had, again, good communication with his box, trying to get a few tips on how to get into this service game of Taylor Fritz's, but Fritz just too strong right now on his own serve.
And we'll see if that does that energy output hurt this game for Djokovic now. He does such a good job serving and volleying for a guy that didn't do it too much, too often in his career. I remember him starting it when he would play Medvedev. Medvedev so far back to return and made the point so physical. Djokovic started serving volley against him and it worked beautifully.
Let first service.
Serving volley, and it works.
Beauty. That was a tremendous first volley from Djokovic.
14-love.
He's one game away.
Love 15. Love 13.
He's made two big first serves. Djokovic did his done the act of reaching and pulling the ball, floating it back deep. Djokovic backing up. I knew he was gonna. He's gonna try to block this down. Because the legs started to get a little wobbly for Djokovic right at the end of that point.
Wait, please. Please. Fritz.
2 match points saved.
Without making first serves, he had to endure some titanic rallies. He's not out of the game yet. He's still not out of the game. He had him dead to rights with just another brilliant couple of shots. And the lob just carried long.
Thank you.
Number 3 for the 4-time U.S. Open champion.
Advantage. Djokovic.
The 27-year-old and the 38-year-old are taking their time at this point.
Please.
Djokovic is into the semis.
Djokovic. 3 sets to 1. 6-3, 7-5, 3-6, 6-4.
A tremendous fight from the American. But
what was that message?
we're going to have to ask Andrea, but I mean,